endured his parents, leaving for school in the morning with scarcely a goodbye. Upon coming home, he put away his coat and shoes, did his homework without prompting. He helped himself to snacks, dragging a chair into the kitchen so that he could climb on the counter. He got his own glass, filling it with water at the sink. When he was done eating, he loaded his dishes in the dishwasher. Martin, working from home in the afternoons, watched all this, impressed but bothered. He kept offering to help, but Jonah always said that he was fine, he could handle it. At bedtime, Martin and Rachel still fussed over Lester, who, at 6 years old, regressed and babyfied himself in order to drink up the extra attention. Jonah insisted on saying goodnight with no kiss, no hug. He shut his door and disappeared every night at 8 p.m. When Martin or Rachel caught Jonah's eye, the boy forced a smile at them, but it was so obviously fake. Could a boy his age do that? "Of course," Rachel said. "You think he doesn't know how to pretend?" "No, I know he can pretend, but this seems different. I mean, I have to pretend that he's happy to see us. First of all, what the fuck is he so upset about? And second, it just seems so kind of grown up, in the worst possible way. A fake smile. It's a tool one uses with strangers." "Well, I don't know. He's 10. He has social skills. He can hide his feelings. That's not such an advanced thing to do." Martin studied his wife. "Okay, so you think everything's fine?" "I think maybe he's growing up and you don't like it." "And you like it? That's what you're saying? You like this?" His voice had gone up. He had lost control for a minute there, and as per motherfucking usual, it was a deal breaker. Rachel put up her hand, and she was gone. From the other room, he heard her say, "I'm not going to talk to you when you're like this." Okay, he thought. Goodbye. We'll talk some other time when I'm not like this, aka never. Jonah, it turned out, reserved this behavior solely for his parents. A probing note to his teachers revealed nothing. He was fine in school, did not act withdrawn, had successfully led a team project on Antarctica, and seemed to run and play with his friends during recess. Run and play? What animal were they discussing here? Everybody loved Jonah, was the verdict, along with some bullshit about how happy he seemed. Seemed was just the thing. Seemed. If you were an idiot who didn't know the boy, who had no grasp of human behavior. At home, Jonah doted on his brother, read to him, played with him, even let Lester climb on his back for rides around the house. All fairly verboten in the old days, when Jonah's interest in Lester had only ever been theoretical. Lester was thrilled by it all. He suddenly had a new friend, the older brother he worshipped, who used to ignore him. Life was good. But to Martin, it felt like a calculated display. With this performance of tenderness toward his brother, Jonah seemed to be saying, "Look, this is what you no longer get. See? It's over for you. Go fuck yourself." Martin took it too personally, he knew. Maybe because it was personal. One night, when Jonah hadn't touched his dinner, they were asking him if he would like something else to eat. And because he wasn't answering, and really had not been answering for some weeks now, other than in one-word responses, curt and formal, Martin and Rachel abandoned their usual rules, the guideposts of parenting they'd clung to, and moved through a list of bribes. They dangled the promise of ice cream, and then those monstrosities passing for popsicles, shaped like animals with chocolate faces or hats, which used to turn Jonah craven and desperate. When Jonah remained silent and sort of washed out looking, Martin offered his son candy. He could have some right now, if only he'd fucking say something. "It's just that you're all in his face," Rachel said to him later. "How's he supposed to breathe?" "You think my desire for him to speak is making him silent?" "It's probably not helping." "Whereas your approach is so amazing." "My approach? You mean being his mother? Loving him for who he is? Keeping him safe? Yeah, it is pretty amazing." He turned over.